Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitch and Yeti here. And today, it's just such a beautiful evening. I had to get out of the house today. Just want to cruise around the island. From here, we're going to head down toward Kure Beach, move on down in the Fort Fisher area. Possibly. A lot of clouds out today. Maybe we'll see us a nice little sunset this evening. Who knows? But the main reason why I'm here in the Kure Beach State Park is because I'm kind of scoping out a good place to go fishing here in the next week or so. I want to come out and do some fishing and just have a little nice evening. My fishing rod and stuff is kind of out of commission at the moment, but hopefully in the next week or so I get to do some fishing. Don't know if I'm going to vlog it or not. Don't know how many people who would tune in for that, but all in all, I come out here to check out this little spot right here where everybody keeps their boats. We got a little marina area here at the Kure Beach State Park, and we're going to come out here and just kind of browse around and see if there's any good spots. So right here we are on the waterfront area. So we look off to our left here. This here is actually the Cape Fear River, and right down through here is the Intercoastal Waterway. As you can see, we have the bridge right here. Right there is Snow's Cut, and that's where we're located right now. But this is the area, possibly in the future, might be a new fishing spot for me. It's high tide right now, but quite a few people down here, they're actually doing a little fishing, having a good time. I haven't been to wade because there's so much water in right now. There ain't no beach. There's normally, I think, sand down through there. As you can see, a lot of grass. You can see the sand beneath the grass, but normally this right here is visible during low tide, and that's probably when I would be down here. So a very nice spot over there. Could be a place I might try to do a little bit of fishing in the future. But before we leave the Kure Beach State Park, I want to go back and check out and see if there's any carnivore plants actually blooming. I think this is the time of year here in early June, second week of June, something like that. You normally see them blooming really nicely and really perked up. So before we do anything else, we're going to go check that out and look at some man-eating plants. Or not really man-eating, but you know, they do eat bugs and stuff, so it's pretty cool. All right, friends, I have made my way over here to the fly trap trail, and this is the area where the carnivorous plants are going to be, and more specifically, the yellow pitcher plants are back here, and they're probably my favorite. They're so cool. So we're going to walk over here and see what they look like, see if they're really green and vibrant looking and have a little color to them. They're here all year round, but you know, in the cooler months and summertime and even in the fall and stuff, they kind of hibernate almost. They just kind of die down a little bit, but they're still here, but they just don't look as cool. And here we are. They have this little pier area, like a little deck that keeps you up off the ground from walking all over them, and they are right here in front of us. Look at that. So these things looking awesome. I mean, very healthy looking. I think that is just so cool. But that's them. That is the yellow pitcher plants. I think that's what they call them. And they're like my favorite. You know, they have Venus flytraps and they have other kind of carnivore plants back here that grows wild, but these right here are my favorite. There's just something about them. It just looks so neat. And you notice there's no flies around here. You know, because they eat them. They'll take them out, Jack. So yeah, I need some of these around my backyard every once in a while, I think. Every so often in the summertime, it always seems like down here at the coast we go through a little spell where we have mosquitoes and you can't get rid of them. But yeah, these right here will definitely help you out a little bit. So yeah, those look really cool, very vibrant and healthy. But this is about the best you're going to see them this season, because they really bloom well in May. Ooh, something just ran through the woods back there. It might have been a rabbit or something, but you never know what you're going to run into out here in the wild. I mean, just look at the woods. You know, they do have bear down here, believe it or not, here in the Cape Fear area, and this just looks like a good place for a bear. No joke. A lot of deer too. A lot of people are always very surprised about how many deer is down here in this area. But there's a lot of deer, especially if you get up early in the morning, which I'm an early riser, so I'm going to see more than some people. But if you get up early in the morning and you drive down past Kure Beach and going down to like Fort Fisher area, like you're going toward the Fort Fisher Ferry terminal, that is an excellent spot to see some deer early in the morning. So a lot of wildlife around here. Hear that? Something's over there in those woods right there. There's a little brush over there. All kinds of stuff moving around here. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I come out here and checked out the pitcher plants. They're pretty neat. Don't forget about them. If you come down here in the area and you want to see some, you can come over here and check them out. And even if they don't look that great, they still look okay. They get a little bit more greenish. They're like almost a lime green right there. I don't know if the video really will show you how bright they are, but if you even come down in like July and August, they'll still be here. They're just not as vibrant as they are this time of year. So this time of year is like when they're really, really alive and hungry. All right, so now we're going to get driving. We're going to move down the way a bit toward Kure Beach, and then I'll stop down there probably and look around. But I don't want to waste too much time traveling today, because I do want to get down to Fort Fisher before the sun goes down and see if I can catch some kind of a sunset. So I've not been down there this year to really take a sunset in yet, and I'm going to show you a really good spot to go if you like sunset and you're down here at Carolina Beach, Kure Beach. There's my favorite spot, like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. I have my favorite spot, and that's down there to watch that sunset. I'm going to share it with you. So let's get boogieing. All right, friends, we have made it down to the Kure Beach fishing pier. Just like to come down here and just take a little walk around, look at the crowd level, see if anybody's catching any fish. As you can tell, summertime's here now. I'm in kind of like a fishing mode, but very beautiful day. A little bit of wind out here, but all in all, it's been beautiful here today, all day long. Until this evening, where'd all these clouds come from? They just blew out of nowhere, it seems like. It was been sunny all day, and then I'm thinking earlier today, like, oh, I'm gonna go out and do some vlog this evening, check out maybe a nice little sunset, that'd be kind of cool. And then the clouds show up. So I don't know if we're gonna get a sunset or not, but we're gonna get something. I just don't know if it's gonna be pretty or not. As you can see, there is quite a few fishermen down there. The pretty blue Atlantic Ocean. As we look to the north, you can see the hotel sky rises down there at the, not really sky rises, but you know, Carolina Beach hotels are much bigger than the Kure Beach, because Kure Beach is just not like really commercially overtaken at this time. Oh no, that dude right there about ate it. I wouldn't have laughed, I swear. If he would have failed, I promise I wouldn't have laughed. I would have rushed over and said, are you okay? Ooh, there's something over here in the water. See if we can get over there and get a better look. When you see that right there, really not sure what that is. Golly, I think it's a turtle. Maybe. He was a little bit closer to the surface a few minutes ago when I first seen him. But he's kind of starting to dive down a little bit. But the water is pretty clear right now. So you can see some of these sea creatures out here. Sometimes you come out here and really see some big sharks too, which is always a lot of fun. If you want to see something a little bit more playful, come early in the morning at sunrise and you can check out the dolphins as they get their food early in the morning. Check out this pelican right here. I think he's trying to swallow a fish. Look at his neck. He's trying to get it down. Look at that. Yeah, he's happy now. It's crazy. Look at him. He's still trying to work that fish on down his throat. Oh my gosh. He can't get it down. Look at that fish sticking out of his neck.
That's why it's so flexible.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, he is struggling.
Hey.
Guess he got his fish down, he just took off. The pelicans around here are the star of the pier. Because when the fisherman catches a fish, you know, they toss it his way, the show's on. Everybody's gonna watch to see just what he can swallow. So the bigger the fish he gets, the bigger the show. Fun fact. What a beautiful day. And as you can see, the sun is starting to drop below that cloud line. So are we gonna luck out and actually get a really good sunrise? It might happen. It might happen. I'm starting to feel like my luck's turning around this evening. I think we might get our sunset after all. So let's head on down there and see, get us a spot, get situated. Because other people might see this and they might rush down there to that secret spot too. You never know. All right, friends, I have made it down here to my secret spot area. This here is down below, just south of Fort Fisher. At the end of 421, they have a boat launch down here, and you actually have to even go on past the ferry terminal, Fort Fisher Ferry Terminal, to get to this spot. But this is like the best place to go see a nice sunset. This is my spot. I love it right here. As you can see, we're gonna see a pretty good one, because can you see the radiation, the glow? This is gonna be so cool. So let's walk on out here and look around, and then we're gonna move into position and watch the sunset together. Very cool. So the parking is right back here. This is actually where 421 ends, and you can park and just walk down this sandy way, and it will take you out to the Cape Fear River. But the place to really go and get a good view, I think, is up this hill. This tree up here at the top of the hill is got some weird looking roots, and we'll walk up there and take a look at that in a minute. But I do want to kind of walk out this way a little bit. They have this this area is kind of known as, to some locals, as the Wall, and people come out here and do a lot of fishing and stuff like that, and just hang out. And you used to be able to walk along that wall all the way across to Zeke's Island, which is I don't know how far that is. I've made the trek quite a few times, but not in recent years, because you know, the military or the army kind of said, yeah, you're not doing that no more, stay off our property, we own that now. So I kind of take heed to that warning and follow the law, and I don't walk out on the wall anymore. But at one time you could walk out this pathway and walk all the way across to Zeke's Island. So we'll kind of walk over here. They used to have a sign up here, but maybe they've removed it. I have been seeing here lately more and more people on this walkway. So this here is the wall we're on right now. It's high tide. As you can see, the water is right on the edge of overtaking the wall, and you can see this is one reason why they want to keep people off of it, because as you can see, you cannot even see. You're walking on the water, you don't know what's underneath you, and some of the wall, as you move further across the waterway there, it gets really treacherous. I mean, there's pieces missing, but right over there is Zeke's Island, and we used to walk over there. And it was a pretty cool place, because it was just a desolate island. There wasn't nothing over there, but you could actually make it walk all the way across here. And that was always so cool. So now let's move up the hill to our spot and watch this amazing Fort Fisher sunset. It is almost magic time. All right, friends, we are making our way up the sandy hill to the top of the hill. It's funny, I'm sitting there listening to these people behind me. They're fishing back over here on this beach. And I heard that woman say, hey, we're coming over there with y'all. The water's coming in on us. So high tide seems a little extra high today. This here is the tree. Look at the root system on that tree. That is just too cool. And here we are. So you come up here and you're kind of on top of this hill, and you can really get a good view of the sunset And another thing is cool is right over there is the ferry terminal. So when you ride the Port Fisher ferry, right over there where that big crane is, that's where you board and leave. I do not know what they're doing over there. They're doing a lot of work. They've been around the ferry in quite a while, so pretty interesting. And it's so beautiful out here. I'm gonna turn the camera around and let you watch this beautiful sunset now. Snap that around, and there it is. The sun beginning to set here over the Cape Fear River. So beautiful. We got so lucky today. I really thought that this was not going to happen. I just thought for sure that the clouds was going to ruin it, but look what happened, man. As it got later in the day, the last 30 minutes before the sun goes down, all of a sudden I started seeing some sun, and we're actually going to get to see a cool sunset. There's people down there fishing. They ain't worried about the tide. They ain't complaining at all. That one lady said, "I'm out of here." It's amazing how you can just sit here and watch that sun just slowly disappear over the horizon. There goes a pelican flying by. All right, sunshine, I bid you good night, my friend, and I will see you bright and early in the morning with a cup of coffee. Hopefully followed by a Brits donuts soon after. And that is pretty much it. Alright, gang, thanks for so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's sunset. Until next time, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you, friends, in our next video. Everyone, please stay safe out there. See you again soon.